As a member of the Stewardship Committee, I wanted to talk to you today about the historical attitudes that our forefathers had with regard to our church. We, in this pledge campaign, have been talking a great deal about the issues of scarcity or abundance, and our forefathers came down squarely on the side of abundance. When they first founded the church in 1827 and had to have it built, they came down with the idea that they can do, and they hired the most prestigious architect in the United States, Asher Benjamin, to design their church. And instead of the typical congregational church with the white facade and the spire reaching towards the heaven, they chose to build a Greek temple that honored not only their religion, but also the high points of Greek civilization in learning and in democracy. They were so successful that they also decided that they needed a cemetery around the church. And in 1835, they hired Asher Benjamin again to design the cemetery. And the cemetery that was created is the second oldest rural garden cemetery in the United States. Our church itself is the oldest continually used church in Nashua. The next major improvement in the church building was happening in 1926, 27, 28, 29, on the eve of the Great Depression. Again, the spirit of abundance was predominating, and the church elders decided that they needed a parish house in order to provide space for their extracurricular activities, such as group dinners, the famous ham and bean dinners, or the Layman's League needed a place to meet. And it also provided space for a more formal Sunday school for the children. This was undertaken and the building created by moving the church itself, the sanctuary itself, to create the space needed for the parish house. This all took place in 1929. The next major big change in the church buildings occurred in the 1950s, when the space next to the church became available because of the fire for the National Guard Armory. The church decided to purchase the property and then create an office building, which we now call the White Wing, that it contained not only classrooms, but offices for the various church officers and the minister and secretary. This was all done again with the idea that we weren't constrained, that we had an abundance and we could do it. So whatever the vision that drove our forefathers can drive us, and we should answer with the same vision of abundance, and we can do it. Thank you. Please say yes when asked.